Is the community test environment really a good thing for Battlefield 1? Guys, today we're gonna be taking a look at the very unusual topic, and that being the impact that CTE has on Battlefield 1 and if it's positive. Not so long ago, I had a discussion with one of the Battlefield YouTubers called Rogue Monkey Jr. He's linked in the description if you want to check out his channel, and we've been talking about CTE. How does it impact Battlefield 1? And one of the things I mentioned in this discussion was that in Battlefield 3, I know that majority of you might not even know this game, considering that from the comments I see that majority of you came to the franchise with Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 3 was before all of this. But the key point of this discussion was that in Battlefield 3 we didn't have CTE. CTE was invented in Battlefield 4, where DICE had to test new netcode and they basically needed a large group of players that could actually do that. And that's how CTE was born. But in Battlefield 3, we didn't have CTE. And what's interesting about this is that all of the DLCs that came out for Battlefield 3 were just perfect. Maybe not perfect, but 99% of player base simply loved the new maps. Notice, we didn't give any feedback before those were released. This was all work of DICE developers inside their studio, working, testing and tweaking everything. And it was the exact same thing for gadgets and new weapons. All of those were balanced and actually they properly worked. There weren't problems with one of the gadgets or weapons being crazy overpowered. They all worked fine and everyone was just enjoying the game. Also, we weren't getting any crazy assignments either. They were simple, they took about a couple of rounds to complete, but those were enjoyable and really encouraged you to play the game in a way that you wanted to play it. Not lay down with LMG and shoot planes for a couple of hours. And all of this makes me wonder, what's different? What's changed? How was DICE able to put out such a great content in Battlefield 3 without having any testing environment, and now in Battlefield 1 they struggle to do that? Even though they can test new things out, they get so much feedback and they had so much time between those DLCs to actually design them. And I think that there are two things that cause those problems with Battlefield 1. First of them being the historical accuracy of the maps and pretty much all of the other things added to the game, but this is topic for another video. I want to focus on the second problem, and that being appealing to every single player. Creating content that will be enjoyed by everyone. And this is the hard truth about being a creator. Whether you are a game designer, programmer, graphic designer or even a YouTuber or streamer, you will never ever satisfy everyone. You just can't, it's impossible. There's always going to be someone complaining, someone who doesn't like what you do, what you created, and it's fine. Because it's always gonna be like this, you can't change everyone to like you. And the problem I'm starting to notice with Battlefield 1 is that DICE is trying to satisfy all groups of players and it doesn't work. I'm sorry to say this, but it doesn't work. You cannot make everyone happy with the same piece of content. It's just impossible to do it. But they're still trying to achieve it. They want to appeal to Reddit complainers, they want to appeal to guys giving feedback in surveys, they want to appeal to big Battlefield YouTubers giving their feedback. And in the end, it doesn't work together. Because as I said, you cannot satisfy everyone at the same time with the same piece of content. It can't be done. Just let your designers do their job, DICE. Why not? You have top level designers or developers from the whole world working on Battlefield series, and yet you constantly keep asking for feedback from players that clearly don't know how to play this game and also have no idea how the game could be improved. Because they had no education and they have no experience in game design. They don't know how to create a game that will be enjoyable. Granted, some of the feedback is great and some of it worked out perfectly in CTE and improved maps or weapons. But majority of feedback that DICE receives isn't good. and when they try to appeal to those players that provide this feedback, all of this stops working together and it starts falling apart. And if that wasn't enough, all of this testing in CTE, playing it, giving feedback, literally kills the whole hype for the new DLC. It really does. Because if you decide to play CTE, whether to give feedback to DICE or you are just a content creator and you have to play CTE because your audience wants to see you playing CTE and giving them news. In the end, when DLC comes out, it is like, alright, I've already been playing this for the past 2 months, it's not new. It's like, I really had such situation with the In the Name of the Tsar DLC. We've been testing it for so long, I think it's been in CTE for 2 or 3 months, that in the end, when it came out to the vanilla game, I was like, alright, I've already played it for like 50 hours, I've been streaming it, recording it on YouTube, and it's nothing new for me. I know it's a very sensitive topic, and I don't want to say that DICE should take down CTE, they should get rid of this idea, because I know that they won't. But personally, I believe that testing and improving the game, tweaking, giving the serious feedback should be done by a group of players who know how to play this game, are a long time with the franchise, and DICE can trust them. You can't listen to everyone and you can't appeal to everyone. It just won't work. Can you guys even imagine how this YouTube channel would look like if I listened to every single comment giving me some advice? It would be terrible. Why? Because 99% of those people don't have experience with creating videos, don't have experience with doing YouTube, and have no idea how to put out content. And the same thing goes for designing the game. You can get tons of feedback from various groups of players, but you have to be very careful, because some of it might help you, but some of it might actually hurt your product in the end. Anyway guys, that would be it for this video. Let me know what do you think about CTE, do you like it, or maybe you don't. Write down the comment, and as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.